gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough as
I'm back, you know that I never left. I got tracks and some music that you never guessed. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
you are not as tough as.
Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me.
What is going on, nation, and welcome to week 3 here in Mission Recondition here with the Jacksonville Jaguars, as we're in the Lone Star State, the city of Houston, as the Jaguars are currently right now looking at a 1-1 record here at NRG Stadium, taking on the Texans, as the Texans as well are as 1-1. And of course, this is going to be a classic matchup here of all things on Sunday Night Football. We've been on primetime television for the last 3 weeks now, and as you see here, the Colts right now lead the division 2 games, as you see the Houston Texans defeated the Titans last week, and the week before that they lost to the Bills. But they had a close game here against Tennessee, 33-27 in that matchup, and it was a pretty good game through and through. Classic AFC South game. Both teams know each other pretty well. Of course, had to go to overtime as the Houston Texans were able to get the win. CJ Stroud, of course, pretty not a best game for him. 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, had 258 yards. He was 60% there in his passing, and of course, he had a try to get some help there from the rushing, as Joe Mixon had 26 carries, 117 yards, and of course no rushing touchdown there from him. You see Stroud had 7 carries for 38 yards. Had a little help there from Pierre. He had a rushing touchdown there. And of course on the receiving side there, Dell, 6 catches, 85 yards. Diggs, 6 catches for 70. Nico Collins and Schwartz, the only 2 that had a touchdown. Schwartz actually had 2 touchdowns. He had 6 catches for 37 yards. Nico Collins had 5 catches for 51. But that was the only touchdowns they got in the game, and really they just, it was like I said, a classic battle, a struggle, tug of war, I guess you could say, between the 2 teams. And now they're trying to see if they can take advantage of us, as we lost last week in a tough one against the Colts, as we of course came up short in that game, and now we're trying to bounce back and try to see if we can, at least, get a win here as we get ready for the rematch between us and the Colts next week in week number 4. As you take a look here, and our defense plan this week is, of course, coaches suggest QB scramble, but I'm really more thinking about more of the passing. You see Stroud here hasn't really had a really good start in the passing. He's got a really deep passing rating, but his short passing rating is 88.5, and that's what we're going to kind of feature, or at least kind of focus on this week. There you see his deep passing, deep accuracy is 94. Of course, throw power is at 90. But I really feel like the short passing game is going to be the thing that we're going to have to deal with him this week, as he's been sacked 5 times so far this season here. And of course, we would like to get our defense. Defense did a great job last week for us getting to the quarterback there, especially with Richardson. But there was times where it was more of our offense that had the trouble. And I'm hoping that there'll be a different story this week. Stephon Diggs, of course, another player that we're going to have to watch out for, especially if they do happen to go to the deep passing game. On the offensive side of things, we need to avoid, obviously, Derek Stingley Jr. We can't be throwing the deep ball here. I think it's going to come down to the short and medium passing game. And talking to Coach Bonds, he said that he wants to kind of have our quarterback, T-Law, to kind of work on the medium passing game and try to be more accurate in that way. Not worry about making those deep passes. If we do have a mismatch, which I'm pretty sure we won't, because Stingley is a pretty decent corner, and he's superstar dev, so he's definitely going to be hanging around with us quite a bit with his great speed, decent acceleration. Of course, he's really good at zone coverage as well. So we'll definitely have to figure out the setup for that as we get ready for this matchup here today. But there you see 8 tackles so far here for him this season. He has not got no interceptions yet, but of course we don't want to be the first ones to give him an interception. So we definitely going to have to make sure we try to do our best to, not so much of, not necessarily can't really exclude him from the game, because he's going to find a way to get in the passing game. He's going to find a way to get to the ball and tip it away and all that kind of stuff, because we do have to throw to our top guy, being Christian Kirk here. But if so, we might have to change up things and get things going in a different direction. You see some of our rookies here that we picked up here. They got some upgrades here, which is going to be very helpful. Reed last week had a little trouble. He got a couple good plays there, but he also had a little problems with penalties as well. Jacksonville, he's been in a couple of games as well. And they're starting to make some pretty good development. I really feel good with these guys. You see Javon Foster on left tackle there for us. And, of course, Robinson. He's had a couple of good runs there. We've seen him a couple of times, I think, back in week 1. But we're trying to get him involved in a little bit more here in the running game. And Cooper Hodge is going to get a nice little upgrade there for his agile. And, of course, Mac, last week we found out that he has some broken ribs. He's going to be out for 4 weeks. And that's going to be really tough for us, as we were just getting so used to having him there. And he made some pretty good plays the first 2 weeks. This week he is going to be out. And then there you see some of the Houston Texans some of their few starters they had. They're going to be out for a couple weeks here. Now for us, it's going to have Reed here. Reed is we're trying to have him play on either side, either the left or the right hand side of when it comes to the linebacker position. I did put him in some different packages here in certain situations and whatnot. So we do have him in some particular packages where he's going to be playing on the left side, and then some packages where he's playing on the right hand side. So we're going to kind of have him move around here a bit. And I'm thinking at some point here during the season we'll have him have a start, and we'll see how he does on that start. I haven't decided which game that's going to be yet. Especially, I don't think it's going to definitely be after these first 5 weeks of the season, because we still have this the Colts to play again, which is week 4, and then week 5 we have these Texans once again, but this time it'll be at our house as we get the game started here. CJ Stroud is coming out here and ready to play. And of course, if you guys enjoy this series, which a lot of you guys are, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and as well hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of this series or any other series that happens to be uploaded here to ESGNet Plus LP. As we get to a 1st and 10, ball on the 29-yard line here for the Texans. As they'll drop back here, we'll see handoff, and that is going to be some positive yardage here, but it's going to be a penalty, and it looks like it's going to be coming back as it's going to be a holding call, and it's going to be on Caleb Rogers. 10-yard penalty, and it's going to put him back to the 19-yard line. We'll see now a 1st and 20 coming up here for the Texans, as CJ Stroud in the backfield here has a man in motion, and he's going to hand this one off there, and that's going to be a nice run as Mixon. There you see his numbers from last week. And, of course, Mixon, last season, we had to deal with him in the running game. And I think for the most part, we were pretty successful. The second game we played against, he had some pretty deep runs. But for the most part here, we didn't let him get too crazy when it came to the running game. As we see, great tackle there from Hines Allen. Of course, he had some blunders last week that caused us to give up some free yardage there to the Colts. Hopefully we can avoid that here this week as we see a 3rd and 11 coming up here for Stroud. Stroud's going to throw that one under the covers. There is a flag on the play, and we'll see who this is on. And it looks like it's going to be roughing the passer, and please don't tell me who I think it is. Is it? No, it's going to be Hamilton. That's a 15-yard penalty. It's going to be now on the 45-yard line of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This has been just we have not had this many penalty yards this so early in the season here, as Stroud is able to throw that one for a gain of 4. I don't know what's going on with the discipline with the defense here, but it's definitely different from last year. We didn't have this many penalties early on here. I think it was more so towards the middle of the season when guys were kind of fatigued and kind of wore down that we had, we were getting penalties. But here lately, here in the last couple of weeks, especially these last 2 weeks, we've been getting a lot of penalties early on. 1st and 10 after that catch. We'll see the ball at the Jaguars' own 33. Stroud here throws this one up there. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be getting runner at the 13. And Andre Cisco makes the tackle. And unfortunately, that's going to be a 1st down here for Houston. Houston trying to move the ball here. Look like they're going to go through the air once again. Quick pass underneath the coverage as that's going to go to the tight end, Swartz. As he gets the catch there, and he's going to be just short of the 1st. It's going to be a 2nd and inches. Ball plays at the 3-yard line. 2nd and 2 coming up as we'll see a play action. Throw there. That's going to be caught. And that's going to be just enough there to get the 1st down. I don't see how he got it, but he did. So now it's going to be a 1st and goal here. New set of downs for the Houston Texans as we'll see a handoff here to Joe Mixon. Mixon trying to go up the middle there, but he's going to be stopped. And he's only going to get a yard there and a nice tackle there from our defensive line. 2nd and goal coming up as the crowd are starting to file in here for this one. Here's Joe Mixon here, has the football here, and he bulldozes his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. And the Texans get the early start here as their opening drive. Of course, we helped them quite out with a lot of penalties, 2 penalties to be exact. And that is going to get them on the board here first as they'll get the first 6 points of the game. And, of course, they're going to kick the field goal here to add it another one as it's going to be a 7-point lead. And the field goal, or the extra point is good. So 9 plays, 60 yards, taking 4:21 off the clock. As we'll see what the Jaguars can do now on their opening drive here today. So here we go. T-Law, of course, last week had a bit of trouble with getting rid of the football there. He did throw 1 interception. And that was because Jackson did a great job there of boxing out, I believe, Thomas on that catch. And Jackson did a great job there going up and got that one. If our Thomas would have got that ball, he didn't get boxed out. So, which was a good box out. I can't get mad about it. But if Thomas would have, I think the game would have been different. Of course, we're also we're trying to see how ETN's going to play here today. Hopefully, he's going to be he's more ready to go this week than he was last week. Last week towards the game, he was kind of slow, kind of worn down there. And of course, if that happens this week, we're going to do our best to make sure Bigsby gets in the game here. As we'll see a pass there, that's going to be completed, and it's going to be a nice one as we go ahead and get a great catch there to Ingram as he'll get the first down there for Jacksonville. Jacksonville still on the move. As we see another handoff here. Look at ETN taking off. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I want to see from him as he explodes out of the backfield. And of course, that defense, that running defense, rushing defense from the Colts is by far, it looks like by far they're probably in the top 10 there of stopping the run, with Buckner and company there helping out. As ETN gets a few yards on that carry. Makes it 2nd and 7. Ball on the 40-yard line. And we'll see a handoff. Oh, no. Going to be a drawed up play here from Lawrence as he is going to get dropped for a loss there. So now 3rd and 10 coming up here. Ball on the 42-yard line. As we'll see a handoff here. That's going to be Bigsby. And Bigsby just burning down the line. And he's just going to make a beeline to the first down marker. And he's going to get a first down. Ball placed at the 29-yard line. Take a look at this. Great blocking there. As he's trying to get around there. And he's got just great speed there. Just exploding. That's what we want to see from our backs here. And just take off like a shot out of cannon there. I'm trying to find some kind of analogy to work there, but anyway, ball the 29-yard line here, hands off again. This one is going to go to Kirk as he goes to the jet sweep, and that's a nice gain of 5 yards on the carry. As of course he's made a couple of great catches last week. If I remember correctly, Kirk had his first touchdown last week, 5 catches for 52 yards. We'll see T-Law now here, drops back in the pocket, throws up the middle. He's going to find Thomas, and Thomas is wide open there. Great catch there for the first down as they put the actually, Thomas is going to be stopped there at the 12-yard line as now we're inside the 20. So now we'll see what they'll try to do here. Inside the 20 now for the first time today. Ball on the 12. T-Law throws this one, rifles that one up the middle. Or I should say Thomas trying to get out of the line side of the linebackers there, and he gets a nice catch there for a gain of 5. Ball at the 7-yard line here, and now we'll see a run here, and that's going to be ETN as he stumbles his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville, as ETN gets a nice touchdown there. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that is ETN's first rushing touchdown of the season. As he gets into the end zone there, nice play. As they find a way to get him in there. And so now we're going to kick for the extra point here. And try to tie this ball game up 7-all. So 11 plays, 71 yards. 5:11 off the clock here. We'll see what now Houston will do here on their second drive here in the game. CJ Stroud drops back, fires this one there. That's going to go off to the sideline. And that ball is going to be complete there for a 2nd and 3. Of course, this year's defense is a little different from last year's. We're still got some of that taking the ball away and making big plays here. But at the same time, there's a little bit of a difference in there. Of course, we got some rookies playing as well. So there's going to be a slight change of how they're going to approach things. 3rd and inches coming up here. Ball at the 39-yard line. Play action. CJ Stroud here throws this one there. That's going to be completed, but it's going to be short as Walker makes the catch. And there's a Houston Texan taking a knee. That is Tunson, their left tackle there. He's going to be taken out of the game. Hopefully he's okay. As we'll see the punt the ball here at the 38. And this is a pretty good punt here. This one's going to be inside the 20. And they're going to run this one out to the 27. So a nice 7-yard gain from that punt return. 5 seconds left here in the first quarter as we see ETN runs this one. And that'll be the final play of the first quarter. It's tied up here at NRG. It is tied 7-7 as this classic AFC South divisional game. It is probably going to be like this for the remainder of the game, but we'll see. We'll see if Jacksonville can make something here as they get the ball there on the 29. As we'll drop back. Pass there. That's going to be caught by Thomas. And Thomas now that pretty much is gone. Goes down the field, and that's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown. Jacksonville. What a play there. That had to be like a 60, I would say 65, 67-yard pass. And Thomas just gets right by the defense, and he just zips through. Yeah, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. All in the end zone there on that one play. Great job there from him. As they take now a one-possession lead here. It's going to be now a 14-7 ball game. This extra point is good. So 2 plays, 73 yards. Nice job there. I thought it was actually one play there, but that had to be at least, yeah, I was going to say that had to be at least a 66, 67-yard pass there. Great job. As we'll now see our 1st and 10 here now for Houston. As now we'll see play action. Strong here, looking down the field here, throws this one up there. He's going to make a big play of his own. As Stroud finds his open man there. And I believe that is Nico Collins on the catch as he's fired up here. As we'll take a look at the replay here and look at this. Does a great job there getting away from his defender. And then gets the catch, and then he just motors on down before he's just shoved out of bounds. Nice pass. And great, and an even better catch there. As those two connect here. So we'll see 1st and 10, ball at the 31-yard line. Hand off here, and they're going to give this one there. As looks like it's going to be a short carry. I'm sure he probably got a yard on that carry. We'll see 2nd down coming up. Drop back here. CJ Stroud here finds again another receiver here on that little slant. And that's going to be some more positive yardage there for the Houston Texans. As Texans now looking at a 3rd and 4. Stroud here drops back, finds a pass there. And that pass is going to be broken up as the defense all over that one. I think that was Campbell there on that tackle, tackling Schwartz. As he cannot get that complete that 3rd down conversion. As now they're going to kick a field goal here. And they're going to try to get some kind of points on the board. They're going to get 3. As that was a nice kick there. And that's about a 42-yard attempt. Nice play there for them. And that's going to be now just a 4-point lead here for Jacksonville. As we'll see the kickoff. And we'll see a run here. Now we'll see if we can get some good fielding here as we get to about the 26, they're going to say. And there you see numbers so far for Brian Thomas. 9 catches for 209 yards and 3 touchdowns for him this season. We'll see now 1st and 10. Lawrence there throws this one up there. That's another great catch this time from Ingram. Or no, excuse me, Gabe Davis there. Gabe. As he got that catch. And, of course, if you guys followed us on the main channel over there, we had the Buffalo Bills franchise in the Madden 23 game. And he was just a clutch player there for us. And now he seems like to be that way here in this one. As we'll see if now 1st and 10 after that pass. And, oh, no, interception. This one is going to go back. Can they get to him? Yes, they do. And this is going to be on Christian Harris as he is going to try. Got that interception and now got great field position now for CJ Stroud to try to take back this lead here. As the Texans are trailing by 4. Look at that. Just bad. Just, I don't know what he was looking at. It looked like he was obviously going to be targeting Ingram there, but I think he just waited too long or just threw it too soon. And that's pretty much how that one's going to be. As we see now Stroud here has a short field, not much for him to do. Is he just got to try to see if he can get this one in the end zone. 1st and 10, ball their own on the Jacksonville 20. And we'll see Mixon now get tripped up. As we'll see Lloyd makes the tackle. And that is going to be a 1-yard carry. 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Houston Texans. Is CJ Stroud here on the scramble. Throws this one up to Mixon. Mixon runs this one. Breaks a tackle. And it finally is brought down there at the 14. As he gets tackled there by Jones. Jones as well had a nice week as well, but also had some issues with some penalties. Roughing the passer, I believe it was, in the game. Gets the Colts. CJ Stroud gets sandwiched there. Really, that was a good hit there. Forces them to now have a 4th and 4. And they're going to have a little, they're going to go ahead and bring out the field goal unit to get these nice points here. As we'll see here, this one's up, and this is good. This is around a 45-yarder, and the field goal is up, and it's no problem there for them. Now they're just down by a single point as T-Law and the offense come back out here. We'll see what they can do here on this 1st and 10, ball on their own 27-yard line. Hopefully T-Law will do a better job of passing this time. 2 interceptions so far this season. Trying to keep it low. Last year he was at 10 for the remainder of the season. And Stingley covered that receiver very well. Hopefully we don't see too much of that, or at least hear that name too much here in this game. As we get to a 2nd and 10. Man in motion here for Jacksonville. As we'll see a handoff here. This is going to go to ETN. And ETN only getting 2 on the carry. We'll go to his 3rd and 8 coming up. Got to get this one near the 37 to get the first. Drop back here. T-Law looking down the field here. Got a good pocket. Finds Kirk there, and Kirk's going to get this one here. Nice job. Last week we didn't have so much a great pocket there from time to time. He was kind of floundering there. He was, getting just too antsy and just had to take off when he really didn't have to when the pocket was good. And when the pocket was good, he just, I don't know what his deal was. He just just couldn't find nobody there. He's just like, just throw it away. So now we'll see here, 1st and 10. And he's going to scramble off to the right-hand side, going down the field. And this is what I'm talking about. It's like if you're not sure, just get rid of it. Just throw it away. Or at least run up in the pocket there and take off. That time he had a pretty good gap through there. So now we'll see what he can do here on 2nd and 17. Hand off here to ETN. ETN just going to get manhandled there as he gets no gain on that play. He gets barely back to the line of scrimmage. As we'll see. It looks like Gabe Davis is going to have to come off the field there. He's hurting there. Hopefully it's not serious. Hopefully he's okay. He might have to sit out for a bit there, but on 3rd and 17, ball on the 44. As we'll see, a little quick dump pass there. That's going to be completed by Bigsby. And that's going to get us there as we're going to be short of the 1st down. It's going to be a 4th and 12 coming up here. We'll see what they're going to do. And they're going to go ahead and elect to punt the ball here. So let's see if we can put them in a pretty good shape here. Let's see if we can get them on the 1. And nope, this is just going to be a simple touchback as they'll get the ball back on their own 20-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10, ball on their own 20, Houston. Down by a point. 5 minutes left here in the first half. Both teams have all their timeouts here. Pass there. That's going to be incomplete as the receiver just could not hold on to that one there. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 coming up here for Houston. Ball's still on their own 20. We'll see what they can try to do here. We'll see a pass or an attempt here now a pass here, I should say. That pass is going to be completed at the 39. And that's a great catch there from Stephon Diggs. That's the type of situation you want to see Diggs in, where he can help you out there. 1st and 10 for Houston, as they'll see a handoff now to Joe Mixon. And Mixon gets a nice carry, as he'll get a gain of 3 on the play. So now with 4 minutes left here, we'll see what they'll do here on this 2nd and 7. Ball placed at the 42-yard line. Stroud here throws this one there. Nice catch there from the tight end, and the tight end's going to get enough there as he finds gets to the first marker, and that's going to be a new set of downs here for the Texans. Texans now at midfield. Ball sitting pretty there at the 50-yard line. Hand off for Mixon, and Mixon is going to be stopped as they're going to say he got really no gain on that play. As he was defense did a great job there wrapping him up. See, ball still at the 50-yard line here. 2nd and 10. Jacksonville here trying to get the ball back here quickly and try to at least have one more drive. And see the pass being completed there, and that's going to be a first. As he caught that one right at the first down marker. Nico Collins there gets the first. Ball to the 39-yard line. We'll see a new set of downs here for the Texans. Texans again here. They're going to find handoff there to Mixon as he gets a 3-yard carry. And we'll see what they'll try to do here as they'll get to the 2-minute warning. So 2-minute warning now. Texans have the ball. They're trailing by a point. We'll see if they can get finish this possession off with a touchdown here. Under 2 minutes now here. We'll see a pass there completed. Nico Collins trying to get to the first down marker. And they're going to go ahead and give him forward progress there. Collins, great job there for him as he's able to get the first. Ball now here, drop back here, thrown. That's going to be completed as Collins gets his number called again. And he'll get a gain of 6 on that play. So now 2nd and 4 coming up as, again, CJ Stroud just doing a great job here, dropping back, firing. And it finds another catch there. That's Nico again. And that's what how his 5th straight pass now he's completed here on this drive. Defense really needs to figure out how to get to that quarterback here. He's sitting too pretty back there. So see another quick pass. That's going to be the tight end Schwartz. And he's going to get this one inside the 10. Or no, that's not Schwartz. That's Pincelati. Can't remember how you say his name. But he gets a great play there. I thought it was Schwartz there for a moment. So he gets a great play there. I believe that's a rookie there they have. The first goal here, pass there. That's going to be completed. And there's a flag on the play here as Dell got the catch. But we'll see what this play is. And it looks like it's going to be that. Exactly. That's what I thought. Roughing the passer. It's going to be Andre Cisco. And that's going to be a touchdown. As they're going to go ahead and Texans are going to go ahead and decline that play. And the Texans now have the lead here as they're going to try to put up an extra point here. And they're going to take a 1-possession lead here with 26 seconds left. The kick is up and the extra point is good. It is 20-14 as they took 12 plays, 79 yards, and 4.5 minutes off the clock. Nice drive there for Houston. As now we have to get back out here and we got 22 seconds left as we ran the ball back there at their own 28. Off the kickoff, as we'll see a drop back here. It's pass there, and what was that pass there, Trevor? As that was just a, oof. I don't know where he was throwing, who he was throwing to there, but there was nobody there. 2nd and 10 here. Handoff to Bigsby as Bigsby gets the run, and they'll call their first timeout now here, as Houston only has 2, and so does Jacksonville. 3rd and 5 coming up here. The ball on their own 33-yard line. 15 seconds left. Quick pass. That's going to go to Thomas, and a timeout being called quickly. As now they'll see 12 seconds left. Ball at the 41-yard line here. I'm sure they're going to make a deep pass of some sort here. As they'll see a quick catch there. That's going to be Christian Kirk, and Kirk's going to have to get out of bounds. As they go ahead, and they're going to call a timeout now. As now they got a field goal here. They got a chance to try to get back in this ball game here and make it a little closer. As we see, the kick is up, and it is good. As we are getting a little closer here, as it's now going to be a 20-17 game with a few ticks left here in the first half. We'll kick this one here, and we'll try to see how deep we can kick it, as that one's going to go and be kneeled. So the Texans will get the ball there on their 30. 1st and 10. Drop back here. Thrown. This one's going to go deep. It's going to go to the sideline there, and it's going to be incomplete. Nice job there from the defense. And that is how the first half is going to go. As right now, it's a tight ball game here. 20-17. Jacksonville needs to get themselves in line here and figure out how to get back in this ball game here. So right now we're going to take a quick look around the league here. We'll see where we're going to go to first. And looks like we're going to head off to Philadelphia as the Chiefs in town. The Chiefs currently are now 3-0 as they won their game there in Philly. 30-20. Jalen Hurts touchdown interception, 272 yards, 3 touchdowns and 214 for Mahomes as they get out of that game. And then we head up to Foxborough, see the Patriots hosting the Saints. And Patriots win this one here. They're now 2-1, 24-10 against the now 0-3 Saints. Take a look at the rest of the scores around the league. Hopefully your team picked up a victory. And of course, we still have Monday Night Football there in the nation's capital, as the Packers will be going in town. Jalen Love and company. Try to see if they can pick up a win there. As we'll take a look here at some highlights here for the first half. And really, truly, we just got to play. For the most part, we've been playing pretty good. The only concern I have is the penalties. What is going on with our penalties? We're we're a lot more disciplined than this. Last year we were very disciplined. It wasn't really till the second half of the season we were getting penalties calling upon us. But so far here in these last 2 games we've played in now so far, we've not been too disciplined. So we got to get out there and can't make any boneheaded plays here. We got to make some smart plays. Got to have that football IQ out there. We'll see what we can do here as we get the ball here to start off this second half. Ball on the 30-yard line. Hand off here to ETN. And he's going to run this one here for a gain of 6. Nice job there from him. As it's going to be now placed at the 36-yard line. So 2nd and 4 coming up. And of course, I like to see us run the ball a little bit more here. Use Bigsby and at least I got to have the game plan set up. Was for Bigsby to get involved. He's supposed to be involved in certain formations and stuff like that. So I want to see more of that. Not relying on ETN too much. As now Lawrence here, he's got to run this one here. As he looked like he was going to throw to Bigsby there coming off the backfield there. To me, I think he should have thrown it, but he waited too long there, and he had to turn around and run that one himself. And he does get the first. His decision making right now, these last 2 weeks have been just very questionary. I'm really thinking that he's not too confident there with himself. And I think for us to kind of fix that is probably maybe bring in our backups here. Bring Sam Darnell. Let Darnell play for a bit. As we'll see now, 1st and 10. And play action. Lawrence here throws this one there. That's going to be rocketed there up the middle. As Gabe Davis gets a great catch there. That's going to put a first down here for the Jags. As they're looking at the ball now at the 26-yard line of the Texans. So now here, ball on the 26, pass there. That's going to be completed. And that's going to be Thomas on the catch as he's well over now 100 yards for the game here today. He's had a big day. He's, of course, already got in the end zone once before. I'd like to see him get in the end zone once again here. 2nd and 2 coming up. Under center there's Lawrence as he hands this one off to ETN. And ETN gets his way into that to the first down marker and gets a little bit more there for the first. So now we're looking at a ball on the 14-yard line. Houston really having trouble on this drive stopping us. Quick pass there again, and that's going to be going to Gabe Davis, who's going to get a 9-yard reception. We'll jump to a 3rd and 1 as they were not successful on the run there. ETN only got back to the line of scrimmage there. But we'll see a quick pass here. ETN, he's going to help out this time around as he finds himself in the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And Jacksonville gets himself on the board here, taking back the lead here. And we're going to end up going up by 4 points. Of course, with that extra point pending here, we'll have that 4-point lead that we had earlier. As we look for the field goal here. We'll see the extra point, and it is going to be good. So 24-20 is 10 plays, 69 yards, giggity. And 4 minutes and 42 seconds on that drive. Great job. As now we get to get back on defense here. Defense really needs to really make some big plays here. I'm hoping that we can see something here come from them, as we need to jump all over this offense here. As we see a quick pass there, or handoff there, that's going to be completed. As that's going to be I believe a first and second. It's going to be a 3-yard carry or 3-yard reception for a now 2nd and 7. Pass there, and great catch. but just could not get to anything there, as that's going to only get him 2 yards on that reception. We'll see what they'll try to do now here. CJ Stroud now 3rd down. And he's going to try to run for it, but no, is Hines Allen's going to get right there on that play. They bulldoze their way through the defensive or the offensive line. And that's going to force them now to to punt the ball. As Trevor Lawrence, first half was kind of sticky, but so far that last drive there, he looked like he's pretty confident getting himself and his team into the end zone there, throwing that one to ETN. Of course, had that big pass to Thomas earlier. Let's see what they do this time around. Ball on the 20-yard line here. 1st and 10. Up by 4. Man in motion, that'd be Ingram. Trips to the right. Lawrence there throwing this one there. That's going to be a reception as he finds Kirk. And that's going to be another 1st down here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jags now here on 1st and 10. Ball now on their 40. And they're going to run this one here and get a little help there from the defense or offensive line there, pushing ETN forward there as they get the 5-yard carry. Looking now at 2nd down. And this drive's looking just like the last one here, getting healthy, going down the field here. As we'll see now, Lawrence pass there. That's going to be completed. And he finds again, of course, one of his favorite targets there, that being Mr. Thomas. We'll see now here what we can try to do now on this 1st and 10. ETN going on the outside, but he's going to get caught. And if he just did not get caught there and kind of went inside there as he was going up to those blocks, I think he would have got a even nicer gain there for us. But we'll take to the 4. As we'll see now, 2nd and 6. Quick pass there to Kirk. And Kirk is able to get it as there you see fighting with the Texans defense there. And of course, these two teams that get a little chippy with each other, especially early on here in the season. Both teams want to try to get early control of the division, and right now the Colts have that early lead. We're trying to get our 2nd win here so we can be 2-1 and try to at least get back up there with the Colts. As we'll see another reception there. That's a gain of about 5. Or a gain of about 2 or 3 there, actually. So now 3rd and 5 coming up here. Under a minute left here in the 3rd quarter. Trevor Lawrence got to get rid of the football there, and he's going to be taken down. As that's going to be a sack there by Anderson Jr. And Lawrence there talking with the other defensive player there. And I don't know where Lawrence was going with that one there. I don't know why he went off to the left-hand side there. He shouldn't have went to more of the right-hand, bootleg out to the right-hand side. But for whatever reason, I don't know. So we punt the ball back to them. They're on their own 15. We'll see what we're trying to do here. We have a 4-point lead. Under a minute left here in this 3rd quarter. And we'll see a handoff there as Lloyd makes a nice tackle there. As he's been doing a great job there stepping up in that role there on the DN line. Occasionally plays a little linebacker there for us from time to time. But as we take a look here, go to the 4th quarter. Last chance for us really to try to do something here. We need to get a big play here, both from the offense and the defense, to make a game change here. And now we go to the 4th quarter here. Ball on their own 16-yard line. CJ Stroud calling an audible here. Throws this one there. That's going to be caught. And it looks like it's going to be a tackle there, as they're going to be short of this 1st down. They're going to be looking at a 3rd and 2. Ball at the 24. And CJ Stroud here, hands off there. That's going to be enough there to get the 1st as Mixon gets his way up the field there. And does a great job there just get that that run, that's just enough for them to get the 1st. Ball plays at the 28. Texans now find another run here for Mixon, as he is only going to get a yard out of all of that. 3rd down coming up here as we jump to it. Drop back here for Stroud. Stroud here throws up the middle there. That's going to be a great catch. And that's going to be Stephon Diggs as he gets this one there. Going to put him at the 42-yard line as both teams talking smack. We'll see if we can make a stop here. Hand off here to Mixon. Mixon going to be met up there by Josh Hines Allen as he makes the stop. A gain of 3 for the Texans as they're now looking at a second down. Ball the 45. Stroud here looks back here. Stroud, he realized he's in trouble and he drops the football. But the big lineman there for the Texans is able to snatch it up. And they're going to lose quite a bit there on that sack. And that loss of yardage there on that play. As Mason Smith steps up and does a great job there stopping that big lineman there from making any more advances there. And the lineman got to be taken back at the 36-yard lines. 3rd and 16. This is where we need a play now. As the motion man, that's going to be mixed in the backfield there. And that ball's going to be thrown, and it's going to be only a gain of 3 as they make another great stop there. And the Texans are going to have to punt the ball back. As Trevor Lawrence there, you see his numbers so far here today. Been really good throwing. 18 to 21, 295, and 2 touchdowns. And, of course, he's thrown a pick. See what he can do here on this 1st and 10. Ball their own 21 after the punt. Drop back here for Lawrence. Throws this one off to the left-hand side. And as the ball is going to be completed. Great catch there from Kirk on the sideline. That's going to be a 2nd and 1. We don't have to, we don't have to march down the field here, but we just take our time, approach every play, and try to execute it there. And, for the most part, if we just eat up some of this game clock, then we'll be fine. But there's still a lot of time on that clock there, and we got to make sure we can take every second of it. As you see a handoff here, that's going to be Tien. As he's going to come out of the backfield there, and that's going to be a short carry for him. A few yards on that play. I think they were a little generous there. I think it was more like 2, but they gave us 4. 3rd and 7, or 2nd and 6, and we get dropped back for 3. As I believe that is Hunter there on the tackle on ETN. Puts us now in a 3rd and 9 situation. So they know the pass is coming here, but now they got to see if they can execute it. So now we'll see what Jacksonville does. Here's Lawrence here, drops back in the pocket. Lawrence, what are you doing? He drops the football. Oh, my God. Why does he keep going backwards? Oh, my God. Just go forward. Go step up in the, or in that case, he should have stepped to the right. Go to the right-hand side. What are you doing? Oh, my God. They got good pass rushers there. They're going to come after you. If they've already broke that line there, you're screwed. Pardon my French there, but another turnover now Houston has a great field position here. Ball there on our 19, 1st and 10. As I see CJ Stroud here again, he's going to get brought down there. And that's going to be Josh Hines Allen on that sack. It's going to be a 2nd and 18 coming up. Ball placed at our 27. 4:50 left here in this 4th quarter. As we'll see a nice stop there from Lloyd this time, stopping Mixon on that play as they're going to drop back even 2 more yards, making it now a 3rd and 20. So now we got defense. You got to be ready for this play here. This is going to be a pass situation here. Play action. Pass there. That's good. Oh, it's going to be intercepted there. Nice play there from who is that? Who is it? Oh no, there's a penalty on the oh no. Armstead, what are you doing? So that erases the interception. It puts him at the 14-yard line. Guys, we got to be more disciplined than this. Pass up the middle there. That's going to go to Nico Collins. He's going to be met at the 8 for a 2nd and 3 actually. Man, we are not disciplined here. What is going on? Handoff there to Mixon. Mixon breaks through for the 1st down, and he's going to be marked at the 1. As we really need to get things going here for ourselves. As now they're on the 1-yard line here. This is pretty much a guaranteed touchdown here. As we'll see a man jumped. That's going to be on the offense. That's going to be a false start. And I believe that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. And that's going to put him back at the 6, I believe. As Stroud just telling this guy, calm down, just settle down. First and goal here, and that's what Coach Barnes needs to be telling the defense. It's like, what are you guys doing? So see a pass there, complete it. As that's going to go to the rookie tight end. It's going to go to Schultz there on that catch. Excuse me. I get those two mixed up too. Been getting them mixed up now here in this game. As that is the rookie tight end there that's moving in motion there. Handoff, Mixon going to run this one here, and Mixon is going to be stopped as he is going to lose a yard on that play. It's going to be a 3rd and goal as you see the clock ticking away here. 3rd and goal, ball on the 2. Handoff to Mixon. Mixon trying to get up the middle, but he's going to get slammed. And a nice stop there as now field goal is going to be coming up here. As Mixon now has to go back to the back there as he's grabbing his wrist. And I don't know if his wrist got stomped on or something, but we'll see now. 4th and goal. They're going to go for it here on the 1. Stroud here drops back in the pocket. Throws that one up the middle. Nobody was covering that man. And that is a touchdown. That is Tank Dell. Touchdown, Texans. And now with under 2 minutes, our offense has to come up with something here if we want to win. If not, this will be our 2nd straight loss now in back-to-back weeks. So 2 minutes left, so we do have the 2-minute warning on, so we at least have 4 timeouts. Let's see, 6 plays, 19 yards, and about two and some change on that drive. So now we got to be focused here on this play. We're down by 3. Best we can do is get a field goal here to tie it up and go to overtime, which that'll be the 2nd straight week we've gone to overtime. Or no, maybe no. Or no, it'll be the 1st overtime. I can't remember if we went to overtime last time. But regardless, we got to get down the field here and we got to get a win. As we'll see here now, 2nd and 8. Man in motion there. Lawrence here drops back in the pocket, throws this one up there. That's going to be caught. It's going to cross the 50 as Gabe Davis gets... Well, he does get out of bounds, so they'll have to call a timeout. 2 timeouts remaining here for Jacksonville. Ball now at the 47. Pass there. Now, oh my God, almost been tipped. I almost took it away there. As a defense right on top of that, and it was not Derek Stingley. He was in that area, but that was not him. 2nd and 10 coming up. Ball on the 47. As Lawrence here drops back. Oh, come on, Lawrence. As he has to get rid of this football there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what he needs to be doing. As looks like Derek Stingley is legit. I believe, I can't remember who. It might be Davis on the side on the down below there. Anyway, oh no, there's Davis right there. Okay, maybe that was maybe he was covering Thomas that time. But anyway. We'll see. Here's 4th and 5, and a great catch there as Ingram gets the catch, and that's going to be a 4th down conversion. Ball on the 43-yard line here. Ball on the 24-yard line here. 43 seconds left. Pass here. That's going to be completed, and Thomas is going to get out of bounds there. So we can at least hold on to that last timeout if we need it. As there's now ball on the 6-yard line here. Got to be careful here in this situation. We cannot be throwing a pick at all. 1st and goal. Pass. That's going to be a dump pass there. That's going to go to ETN. And ETN's going to be stopped at the 1 as a timeout. And that's going to be our last timeout now here. As now we have to regroup here and see what Coach Bonds is going to draw up here. Ball on the 1-yard line here. 2nd and goal coming up. As we'll see a handoff here as ETN tries to get himself in position there, but he can't. And now, come on, guys. 5 seconds left here. Last play here and out of bounds. As that's just thrown away. And Trevor, what are you doing there? 2 seconds left. We should just went ahead with the field goal. There was no we had no timeouts, and I don't know what the guys were thinking. I don't know what he was thinking there on that play, but now they call a timeout. That'll be the Texans, I believe, first timeout as they try to ice the kicker. Ball's on the 1-yard line here. We're going to kick this one and try to go to overtime as the kick is up, and the kick is good. And that is going to be it for regulation. At regulation, at the end of the fourth quarter, it's still tied up 27 apiece here at NRG. So people here in Texas, the Texans here in Houston, are going to get some free football as we go to overtime. And, of course, if you guys don't know what the overtime rules are, both teams are going to get at least a chance to have the possession of the football, with the exception of course, if one of these two teams happen to run it back on the kickoff here. Texans have elected to receive, and it looks like we are going to take the south side there of the field. So we'll see the kick here, and this is going to be going back, and we'll see here what the Texans are going to do. They're going to get first possession here, as we see this one run down to the 32. So now we'll see what CJ Stroud could do here in overtime. Remember, both teams get a chance to get the ball here, with the exception of a kickoff return or a interception. Drop back here for CJ Stroud. He throws this one there. That's going to be completed. Nice catch as he finds Stephon Diggs. Nice catch there from Diggs as he gets to the 43 there in Jags territory. First and 10. Stroud here drops back in the pocket, looks down the field here, throws this one. It's going to be completed there at the 26. Nice catch there as the Texans, and they connect with Tank Dell again on that play for another first. Come on, defense. We need somebody to make a big play here and be the difference maker here, as we see a run here, and they're going to stop the second string halfback here as he is in the game. And he is going to go ahead. That's going to be Pierre there, as he's going to come in the game and take a couple of chances to play here. So we'll see a pass here. That's going to be intercepted. This is going to go back. Can we take this back for a pick six? Come on, baby. Come on. Get down there. And yes. Nice play there for the defense. And that is the rookie again, just like last week. Stepped up, made a play. As we see Chevelle there again making a big play. This time interception. Try to take it back for a pick six. As you see the replay there. Look at this. Watching the quarterback's eye. And he's like, no, sorry, Dale. You're just not going to take this one from me. As he jets back. And now we're on the Texans 15-yard line. First and 10 here. As best as we can do is get a field goal here. But a touchdown would definitely win the game. I see a pass there. That's going to be completed to Thomas, as he is going to get hit pretty good there, but he's going to hold on to it. As now we're at the 10-yard line here. 2nd and 5 coming up. And now Lawrence is calling an audible here. He's got 4 wide, 3 on the right-hand side of him. Drops back here, throws up the middle there. That's going to be in the end zone, and that's a touchdown. Captain Kirk coming to the rescue here, as the Jaguars going to win this one here in overtime, 33-27. Nice play here. And it's Kirk right up the middle here. Run that slant route there, and then just briskly jogs right into the end zone there. It's wide open there for us, and that is going to get us the win here. Jacksonville wins it in overtime here, 27-33 is your final. Nice win here. As the rookie, I'm telling you, we might have to start him. We might have to see what he does. Maybe next week against the Colts. We'll see how well he'll play there in that one, as he has been just right there when we need him in those situations like that. And that's awesome. I love seeing that. And to take a look here at the highlights, or in some cases, the lowlights of the game, as you see a nice touchdown run there from Thomas. Final score, 33-27. We get the win in overtime. 23 first downs to their 19. Total offense for us was 431. For the Texans, it was 274. And then as you take a look here, Attempts, 28 of 34, 3 touchdowns. Stroud was 30 of 36 and 2 touchdowns in the game. Fourth down conversions there, both of them went for it and were perfect there. Third down conversions were in our favor. We were at 54%, going for 6 for 11. They were 3 of 9 at 33%. Red zone percentage there, 80. They had 100% there, so they did a good job there in the red zone. And of course, turnovers. Yeah, we had 2 turnovers. We had an interception and a fumble. That still just burns my biscuits, man. Anyway, interception there for the Texans as well, as we were able to pick them off. And of course, that was that last throw that Stroud threw. That was the game winner for us. And of course, penalty yards. Both had 2 penalties. We had 29 yards. They had 15. And look at the time possession. What is going on? That's not like us. 9 minutes and 7 seconds. They had for 23 minutes and some change. What is going on? All right, so as you take a look here, 28 of 34, 306, 82% of passes were completed, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. He has now 8 touchdowns and 2 interceptions for the season, so that's still a good ratio. But again, anytime you throw interceptions, that's still not a good thing. ETN, 18 of 52 and a touchdown for him. Bigsby, 2 for 19. Lawrence, 2 for 3. And Kirk, 1 for 5 in the game. So not a bad, it could have been better. We got to have better runs here from ETN. I think next week we might start Bigsby, see how he goes, and see how well he plays there. I'm hoping Bigsby will at least have like 80 yards in the game. I think he's designed for that, especially the way we run. Kirk, 7 catches for 123, a touchdown. Thomas, 7 catches for 116, a touchdown. And of course, ETN, 2 catches for 11 and a tutty as well. And of course, there you see the rest of the numbers. Defensively, Okafor, of course, he's always around with 10 tackles and a tackle for loss for him. Lloyd, 8 tackles, a tackle for loss for him. Hines Allen had 7 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and 2.5 sacks in the game. Big time there. Nice. That's what I like to see from our linebackers there. Of course, we'll see who else. Savage had a tackle for loss. Ravel, he had 5 tackles and a interception, which helped us set up for our touchdown win. And it was a great job there. That was so nice. That's now twice now he has got us in a position to get his win. Last week, of course, we could have won it, but issues with Lawrence there. CJ Stroud, 30 of 36, 270, 83% of his passes were completed. He had 2 touchdowns and an interception. This is we've stopped him now twice. Actually, now three games in a row now we've stopped him. And the last 2 times we of course played him, we didn't go to overtime. This one did, and we did a great job. Defense, just guys, we have to step up. We have to be playing like we were last year. I don't know what's going on. But Dell, 2 touchdowns for him. He had 8 catches for 78 yards. Diggs had 100 yards for the day with 6 catches. Collins, 6 for 42. Schultz, 4 for 22. And then there you see Pritzakorn, the rookie from Ole Miss, Caden Pritzakorn. He had a couple touches as well. Defensively, Harris had the most tackles for them, along with Bullock with 11. Gilmore had 8. Puna 4, 35 tackles for 2 tackles for loss and a sack in the game. Anderson, 2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. And a couple other guys here with a couple of TFLs as well. Brock, 3 tackles with the TFL. And Hunter had a TFL as well, as he had 4 tackles in the game as well in this game. So not a bad game for all of us. For the most part here, we were able to, no matter how you get the win, as long as you get the dub, that's all that matters. We do got some stuff to fix, but for the most part here, we were able to find the win. The defense, pulled us out of the fire. we didn't have to worry about too much. We didn't have to. It kind of made me nervous there. Defense was just giving up too much yards there, but then when he threw that pick, I'm like, yes, we got this. Like, Ravel's going to run this one. Either he's going to get this one in the end zone, or he's going to get us in good field position there to get it to the end zone, and that's what he did in that game. As for the Colts, you see the numbers there for Richardson. Taylor didn't have a 100-yard day there, but he did have 43 yards. Josh Downs had a 100-yard day. He had 8 catches for 108, a touchdown. Pittman, 5 catches for 47, a touchdown. And Alex Pierce also had a touchdown as well, 5 catches for 62. So, the reason why we started these numbers is because we're playing them again. This time it will be at home. We'll be back home in Jacksonville for that matchup, as we will have to, like I said, this is a crazy first 5 weeks because we have at least 5 weeks. We had one non-conference game or non-divisional game, and then we had 4 divisional games straight up with the same 2 teams. So we have to play the Colts again. We're both 2-1. We lead the division, as the Texans and Titans are both 1-2. So this will definitely make a decision here, as both teams right now. Colts do have the tiebreaker on us, but if they win this one, they're pretty much going to be the heavy favorites early on here for this division. We got to hope and pray that they will start losing some games here, as they did lose most recently here. So, like I said, we'll be at Everbank Stadium again in week 4. This time, we'll be hosting the Colts, and we'll see how we'll do. We'll actually sim the first half. We'll see how the first half goes in the sim, and then we'll kind of sit back and watch like we normally do the second half in the game. And we'll also showcase the week 5 game with the Texans as well. We'll get that out of the way in the next episodes. We'll do the same thing. We'll kind of watch the first half and then see how the second half rolls out to be. So, with that being said, that's it for this episode of the Mission Recondition series here with the Jacksonville Jaguars on the prowl. If you guys enjoyed the episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new, and hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel that is uploaded. And of course, any comments, suggestions, concerns, whatever you guys want to say down below in the comment section, let me know. Do you think we should change the halfbacks? I feel like we need to change ETN. We need to get Bigsby out there, see what he can do. And also, what do you guys think about Trevor? Because we got a few more weeks, to be exact, about 1, 2, 3, 4 more weeks until the trade deadline. And I kind of want to see what you guys think of what we should do with Trevor. So, that being said, stay tuned for more here on the channel as we get getting knee deep in this now. Here we're in week 4, and we got a battle on our hands coming up next week for their next episode for these next 2 weeks. But again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on the channel, and keep yourselves together healthy, and stay on the prowl here with Jacksonville. I'll see you guys next time.